Hello everyone, today I'm going to be checking out Pineapple King Bakery, which is known for having some of, if not the best, pineapple buns in the entire Bay Area. They have two locations. Their original location is in San Francisco, but recently they opened a location in Fremont, so I'm pretty excited because that's a lot closer for me, so I decided I really want to check it out today. I personally love pineapple buns, but I've really only had the original type, just with the bread on the bottom and then the crusty top. But at Pineapple King Bakery, they have all sorts of different flavors, ranging from flavors like ube to other ones filled with butter. So I'm really curious to see what it's going to taste like, so let's go. I'm back from Pineapple King Bakery, and I have to admit, I got a bit carried away because I saw that they have a list of their top 10 items, so I got every single one of them, excluding the Portuguese egg tarts, which they only serve at their San Francisco location. First, I'm going to be trying out their Spam and Egg Pineapple Bun, and I think this might be the most unusual one. I mean, who would think of putting Spam and a fried egg inside of a pineapple bun? Alright, I'm gonna be honest, I am not too sure about this one because there's a thick slab of Spam sandwiched in between the pineapple bun because it's just sliced down in the middle, and then there's also a big fried egg in there with the egg yolk still in it, so I don't really know how that's gonna go with a sweet pineapple bun, but nevertheless, here we go. I'm gonna be honest, this one isn't my favorite. For me, it's just too much going on because the first thing I tasted was a bit of a spicy mayo. It's like a sauce that's inside of there, and then you have the really fatty and very salty Spam as well as the fried egg, and they have a big piece of egg yolk there that's part of fried egg. And for me, that's just really distracting away from the flavor of the pineapple bun, so I don't actually have a super great idea of what their pineapple bun tastes like quite yet. Next, I'm going to be trying out their barbecue pork pineapple bun, and this is actually something I tried before in the past. When I went to Koi Palace a while back, they had their own version of a barbecue pork pineapple bun, so I think the version here at Pineapple King Bakery might actually be pretty decent. Alright, here we go, the barbecue pork pineapple bun. Wow, this one is actually a lot better than a Spam and Egg, at least in my opinion. For me, this really works because the filling itself, that barbecue pork, is really nice and sweet and meaty because it has that sort of really rich, caramelized, just Chinese barbecue flavor to it. And then you have the bun, which is really nice and fluffy. And then you got the sweet, crusty top. I just love the contrast between the textures and the flavors. And surprisingly, or not surprisingly, this one just works really well, so definitely give it a try. I know it might seem a little unusual at first, but it definitely works. Now I'm going to be moving on to another pineapple bun. This is a really tiny one, but it's either going to be the salted egg flavor or the mango flavor since it has some sort of yellow filling. I am really looking forward to this one. This is one of my most anticipated flavors because I love myself mango, and I could just see how mango and a pineapple bun is going to go together so amazingly good. I mean, it just smells rich and mango-y. It looks so smooth. Wow, this one is awesome again. I really love the ratio with this one. The pineapple bun is just a very thin layer on the outside, but still nice and fluffy. And you have a crust as well, so that nice little slight crunch. But the inside filling is awesome. It literally tastes exactly like that mango jello or that mango pudding custard you get as a dessert at Chinese dim sum. That's exactly what this flavor is. I don't know how they do it, but it just has such a smooth, creamy texture, just like a custard. Oh, this is amazing. You definitely have to try this if you're into mango. Now I'm going to be moving on to our next pineapple bun. I'm not sure what this one is. This one is just really nice and large, and it has a bit of weight to it. After cutting into this, I'm still not sure what flavor this is because it does have a yellow color, almost like a salted egg, but the smell of it smells like a sweet vanilla pudding, almost like an instant pudding mix, so I'm not really sure what this one is. It could be custard or it could be salted egg, but either way, it smells delicious. I do believe that this one is actually the salted egg, and it tastes pretty good. It almost just tastes like a very salty and sort of sweet vanilla pudding. I mean, it does have a little bit of an artificial vanilla flavor to it, but it's also really eggy and a little bit salty, and this is actually pretty tasty. I do like how that saltiness goes with the pineapple bun, and I feel like that extra salt really just enhances the flavor of the bread. Assuming that the last one I tried was actually the salted egg, I believe this is the custard flavor because it's topped with almonds, and again, it feels like there's a decent weight to it, so that's just my guess. Well, after breaking into this one topped with almonds, I'm definitely sure that this is actually the salted egg because I can see the salted egg yolk in the middle, so I'm actually kind of surprised by the custard one because that one actually did taste definitely a bit on the salty side, but definitely in a good way. So now I'm not so sure about the salted egg because I feel like this might be punch you in the face salty because the custard one was salty enough. So I think this one might be a bit of a stretch, but here we go. I'm gonna be honest, this one is definitely not my favorite. It's just a bit too salty. It's not insanely so, but for me, it's just a little bit too much. And then I'm also not a super big fan of the texture because it's a bit on the pasty side. And I feel like this is an acquired taste. You definitely have to grow up with salted egg yolk flavored items in order to like this pineapple bun. And if you enjoy it, this is definitely gonna be for you because they do have a pretty good ratio. It's not too much and it's not too little. I also had to get their deluxe box since it's part of top 10 items, and some of these I doubled up on since I got the large versions of them or whatever, but one that I haven't gotten yet that I know for sure is a bit different is the matcha. This is the matcha pineapple bun, and I'm pretty curious to see how this one's gonna go because I'm not really sure how matcha is gonna go together with a pineapple bun. For me, this is not really my favorite because I think it's just way too sweet. The second I bite into it, it just bursts with a very light and liquidy custard, but it is so intensely sweet. It's almost just like liquefied sugar. And I do taste the matcha in there, which is a little bit bitter, but it does not cover up the strong sweetness of this one. So if you like really sweet items, this one is probably for you. The other pineapple bun in the deluxe box that I didn't order is this sort of custardy looking one. I'm not really sure what it is because earlier I had their custard one, but I believe that one was more of an egg custard. This one looks more of like a classic smooth vanilla custard, but it's really nice and liquidy. This one is definitely different than the custard one I had earlier. The earlier custard flavor I had was more of like a custard. This is definitely like a traditional vanilla custard, but for me, it is a bit on the sweet side. It's not quite as sweet on the matcha, but still definitely has a bit of a heavy sweetness to it, so you really gotta be careful with this one, but I do enjoy the vanilla flavor. The other two pineapple buns this deluxe box came with are the mango, which I already tried, as well as the original butter, which I'll be trying shortly. Next, I'm going to be trying out the ube flavor, and this one I'm pretty curious about because it's different than the rest of them since it looks like it has a ube flavored top on the outside. I'm really looking forward to this one. This is just like ube central. The top is just the ube crust, and then the filling is just the ube paste. Wow, you definitely have to try this one if you love ube as much as I do. I really do enjoy that ube crust on the outside. Definitely has a slight ube flavor, but the filling is definitely where it's at. You definitely get that rich ube flavor, and I like how it's not overly pasty. It really just kind of melts in your mouth, and it also has a bit of a buttery taste to it. I'm not sure if I'm just tasting the butter that's in the bread or if they add a little bit of butter to the filling, but this one is really quite nice. Next, I'll be trying their original butter pineapple bun, and this is one of their most popular flavors. It's just their original pineapple bun sliced in half, filled with a slice of butter. Alright, let's go for this. I'm pretty curious about this type of pineapple bun because I personally love myself a lot of butter in my savory foods, but this seems pretty interesting to have such a large slab of butter inside of a pineapple bun. Wow, this is pretty good. It definitely does grow on me as you eat it because at first it seems really quite salty because it's just a slab of salted butter. But as you chew it and get another bite of bread, it actually goes together pretty well. You just gotta be careful. This is very rich because there's so much fat in this, so it definitely is a bit on the heavier side. The second to last pineapple bun I'm going to be trying is their guava butter, and this one looks really interesting. I think this one's going to be a lot less salty tasting and more of a guava-y flavor. This guava butter looks really intriguing, and I love the deep orangey color to it, and I definitely feel like it's going to put me in the tropical mood. Wow, this one is dangerous. It is oh so sweet, but it's really buttery and decadent as well. I really love the rich sweetness and tang of the guava. And I love that they leave a little bit of pulp in there. You get a little bit of chew from the seeds, and then you just get this intense, rich, buttery smoothness. This velvety butter just melts on your mouth as you chew it, and then it goes perfectly with the pineapple bun. And it definitely does feel like I'm in Hawaii right now. Finally, I'm going to be trying out their Pandan coconut butter flavor. This Pandan coconut one almost has a neon green color to it, and it's very vibrant looking. It's super bright, and it looks like there's some sort of ground coconut in here as well. It doesn't appear to be shredded. They definitely deliver on the flavor for this one because they had a ton of pandan extract into the butter, and then the coconut flavor tastes like it's coming from the coconut milk because it's perfectly smooth. So I love the texture of the butter, and you are gonna love this one if you love pandan. It's just perfect. It goes together so nicely, and it is also very sweet, but this one, it's sweet in a good way. I almost forgot, but this is the final item that I haven't tried yet that's also on their top 10 menu. This is their Hong Kong milk tea, and I'm pretty curious about this one since it's not a pineapple bun and it's a little bit different. Whoa, I was not expecting this one at all. At first I tasted a slight milkiness, and then I was just hit with this intense tea flavor. It's really strong and bitter. It's just your classic black milk tea, but it tastes like there's almost very little sugar in here. And I think that's for a reason, but it's just to cut the sweetness of the pineapple buns, which are a little bit on the sweet side, and this tea is very strong. So I feel like this is about as strong as a cup of coffee, maybe even a little bit stronger. So it's very concentrated, but overall, if you want a drink to cut the sweetness, this is definitely what to get. Overall, I had a lot of fun trying the top 10 items at Pineapple King Bakery. I thought they had a really nice variety, but I did notice that all the pineapple buns seem to be a little bit on the sweet side, so you definitely gotta be careful. If you like very subtly sweet desserts, this is probably not for you, but either way, I definitely enjoyed some of them. My top 2 favorite pineapple buns were that guava butter pineapple bun because I really thought they did a great job with the guava flavor. I love how you have the texture of the real guava in there. And then I also love the mango pineapple bun because that mango custard in the middle is just pure mango heaven. If you're looking for a wide variety of pineapple buns and a whole bunch of unique flavors, definitely check out Pineapple King Bakery. You're really gonna love their variety and their unique take on the simple pineapple bun. Anyways, I really hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure if you did, give it a like, and also make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.